I didn't want to make this video, guys, but honestly, it's about time. It's time to not only talk about Nickelodeon All Star Brawl, but also the recently released beta MultiVersus. MultiVersus is a free-to-play online platform fighter that just recently released its open beta to the public. It's also a reason why you've seen a slowdown in content recently, I can't even lie to y'all. But you see why I titled the video the way that I did, right? It's a free-to-play online game. Compared to the $50 price tag that NASB, and yes, I'm going to be regarding Nickelodeon All Star Brawl as NASB just to hyphenate it. But like I was saying, compared to the $50 price tag that Nickelodeon All Star Brawl had to offer, it already has a point up on the Nickelodeon platform fighter that released in October of 2021. But the comparisons don't stop there. Strap in, folks, we're going to be talking about the similarities and differences between these two games, and we'll be discussing why MultiVersus is way more superior than Nickelodeon All Star Brawl, and frankly, why MultiVersus is the most superior platform fighter on the market right now, next to Smash Bros, of course. While it's still only in its beta, and you're gonna be hearing me talk about how it's still only in its beta a lot in this video, because we gotta remember, it's in beta. Let's get into it though. Roll the intro. Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy WaavvyyD, whatever you want to call me. And yeah, let's just get straight into it, man. MultiVersus is 5, some would say even 10 times better than Nickelodeon All Star Brawl. But I'll explain why, starting with UI/menu features. Right now when you boot up MultiVersus, you're greeted with a nice clean UI with Wonder Woman to greet you just above the play button. I'm assuming there will be a feature later on allowing you to switch her out with the character of your choosing, like your personal main. And if you click on said character, they'll give you a unique voice line, something that NASB was lacking since launch, voice lines.
You have my attention. Now, what do you need? I'm ready to train. Anytime, any place. Let's use our strengths and weaknesses to conquer our foes in battle.
To the right, you have announcements and your friends currently online. There's also crossplay implemented into the game as well, so if you want to play with your friends on other platforms, you will need to make a WB account and add them there. To the left, you have 3 game modes to choose from: the lab, custom game, and advanced tutorials. I like how these are right in the main menu and you see them right as you boot up the game, since they're the game modes that you will more than likely be using the most. Well, not advanced tutorials once you've mastered the basics, of course. Well, not unless you aren't the quickest in picking up the basics, but you get it. There are also options to the left to access your career, stats, battle pass, collection of characters, grayed out spaces for a store and something else I'm not too sure about, glossary to better understand some of the terminology of the game, and settings. You also have your currency down below in the form of coins, that being earned in game, and Gleamium, the premium currency used to buy cosmetics and acquired by spending real world money. So already you can see how MultiVersus is giving into the free-to-play model. However, I'd say that this game isn't as predatory with their microtransactions as other games. The battle pass is not only just 15 tiers for the time being before season 1 drops on August 9th, but it's also just $5 for the premium tier. What I will say is that the battle pass doesn't offer anything too compelling at the moment in terms of extra skins, emotes, and ring out animations. Yes, you can customize the animations ring outs make when you knock somebody off the stage. They got things from the dog from Tom and Jerry to even Marceline from Adventure Time. You can also use both currencies to purchase new characters from the collections tab. Now, while some characters range from 1,500 to 3,000 coins based on their expert level, which I still don't get myself, all characters are 700 Gleamium. That's roughly $7, which isn't too bad to be honest. You can also test out each character in the lab and in local play before pulling the trigger or buying them. Striving to do things like maxing out the battle pass or earning enough currency to buy your favorite character / cosmetics is just one thing that adds to the replay value of this game compared to NASB. All you can do in that game is just run the arcade mode, ranked mode, and earn badge icons you can use as profile pics. Oh yeah, and music and screenshots, I guess. You can't do things like level up characters in MultiVerses, which have their own path of rewards with each level they go up. You also can't complete daily challenges and seasonal milestones, unlock new characters instead of having them all unlocked for you off rip, and earn proper rewards from playing ranked. That one is just an assumption on my part, but based off the amount of rewards we can possibly earn from playing public matches, I wouldn't be surprised if they have a nice bag of goodies for climbing up the global ranks once that mode is ready to be released. So from rewards and just really unique UI features, this game already has more to offer than NASB, and we haven't even talked about gameplay yet. Speaking of gameplay, let's get into that as well. How could I almost forget to talk about rosters? And when it comes to rosters between Nickelodeon All Star Brawl and MultiVersus, well, MultiVersus also blows NASB out of the water, let's just say that. Nickelodeon All Star Brawl's roster consists of Nick characters from old and new generations. It originally launched with 20 characters, but has since added 4 more characters. And to be honest, this roster is quite weak in my opinion. I mean, yay, they have Jenny, my most requested character, but I mean, 4 of the characters in this roster are TMNT characters. They could have at least had just 2 and kept it pushing. They put Jimmy Neutron's dad before putting Jimmy Neutron in the game. How does this game not have Jimmy Neutron or Timmy Turner? Timmy Turner at the bare minimum. They have Danny Phantom, which is also made by Butch Hartman, so where's Timmy Turner? And you're telling me you put Garfield in the game over characters like Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life or Hey Arnold? Like, I promise you most people from the 90s don't remember Oblina or the show Real Monsters, let alone. This roster's fucking ass, man. MultiVersus only launched with 17 characters and has added LeBron James since, and will add Rick and Morty at a later date. So around 20 as well. However, the difference being, this game doesn't just have Cartoon Network characters, it has WB properties. So that includes Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Toonami, so hopefully we get some anime characters like Goku, HBO, and just all of the other Time Warner properties that Time Warner owns. Oh yeah, there's Hanna-Barbera, that's why you see some OG characters like Scooby-Doo, of course. A roster like this just adds so much potential to the kind of characters that can be added to this game. But WB has so many different brands and so many different animation companies that they can pull from their hat. Even the Iron Giant is in this game. You guys remember that movie? Iron Giant? Yeah, that was a banger back in the day. 1999, man. This game doesn't just have unique characters in this game, neither. It also has very unique skins, like Harley Quinn's Mad Love OG skin. Or we also got Coach Steven from the Coach Steven episode of Steven Universe. We even have Tom and Jerry in a pirate outfit from one of my favorite Tom and Jerry episodes growing up as a kid, watching them play as pirates and stuff. The skins, man, they just knock it out of the park with them. And then also you have emotes and stickers and shit like that. Nice customization with said characters that are in the game, and I can't wait to see what other combinations of skins and emotes they mix and match with characters that they add to this game. But that's another point for MultiVersus. Now, in terms of gameplay, let me put it this way for my platform fighters out there. If NASB was made by Project M developers, a mod for Super Smash Bros. Brawl to give it more of a melee feel, hence NASB is more like Super Smash Bros. Melee, with its movement, knockback, and wave dashing. In that case, MultiVersus feels more like Super Smash Bros. Brawl itself, mixed with Brawlhalla's floaty movement, climbing, and dodging mechanics. I know that just sounds confusing as fuck for those of you who don't play platform fighters like that, but bear with me here, just watch the gameplay and you'll see what I mean. A lot of dodging in air and on the ground, a lot of air movement in general, and climbing back to stages when getting knocked off are crucial parts to how this game is played. And spikes. Lots and lots of spikes. And I am in love with it, to be honest. Not only does this make it easier to gamble and knock opponents off stage, but it also allows for the ability to be more elusive when evading enemies and resetting your gameplay strategy or setting up for attacks depending on what character you use. I mean, theoretically, you basically have 6 jumps in this game. 2 jumps up in the air, 2 dodges, and 2 up specials. And in terms of fighting, that feels just as fluid as movement in this game too. I know I said this game is similar to Brawlhalla, but that's mainly in the movement aspect of it. My hits actually feel like they connect in this game. Some characters can charge both attacks, but other characters can only charge one or the other. You also have different character types as well. For instance, Harley Quinn, my main at the moment, is a vertical assassin. Now, there hasn't been any clear explanation on what this means out there, but this is also based off of assumption and how characters play. Now, Harley's vertical because most of the moves in her arsenal knock opponents up or down, and she's an assassin because she has a lot of high speed and high damage attacks. As a result, she has a passive, which all characters have as well, called Glass Cannon, which means she takes 14% additional damage from all sources. All characters also have passive abilities. However, assassins have Glass Cannon exclusively to balance out their damage output. Like I said before, they also have a leveling path you can max out to not only showcase your mastery of each character, but also earn rewards like Toast, basically GGs in the game you can send to opponents for coins, coins themselves, skins, banners, badges, and even perks. Yes, this game has perks. One of the more unique features of this game is the fact that you can equip 3 basic and 1 signature perk to each character. The basic perks are also trainable, meaning once you get to a certain level with that character, you can unlock new perks for them, or even take perks you already have unlocked on other characters and apply them to characters respectively. And boy, do the perks make this game interesting, man. For example, Tom and Jerry has a move where Tom can drop a stick of dynamite on the enemy. Well then, add the signature perk Dynamite Split, and now when Tom hits his dynamite with a tennis racket, it splits into 3 different sticks of dynamite and explodes as well. And that's just one of many unique perks you can unlock for characters in this game. Overall though, I'm in love with the way combat works in this game. Not only does it feel unique, but it also does feel catered towards 2v2 combat. However, that hasn't stopped the devs from putting in a 1v1 mode, of course. I would even go as far to say that some characters in this game are better suited for the 1v1 gameplay, like Harley Quinn and Finn. My personal favorite way to play is with the 1v1s, man. I always love building rivalries between players and going back and forth between sets. Alright, time to get into the flaws. My only flaws with this game are the limited selection of game modes and lack of customization within the options to customize said game modes. For example, in 2v2 you share lives. First team to get 4 ring outs wins. However, there is no other game mode opting for stocks between each individual character instead. Same goes for the free-for-all mode. It's 2.5 minutes and a winner is determined based off of how many ring outs they have and how many times they die. Knock someone out, receive points. Get knocked out, and get points deducted. And as the timer runs out, the borders for the ring out zone get smaller and smaller, making it easier to get knocked out. Fun gimmick for a little bit, but there's no real way to tell who's in the lead and who's behind other than keeping track in your head. Not only that, but you can't start a free-for-all match unless there are 4 players within the lobby. If you don't have 4 actual human players, you have to, and I repeat, have to add a bot to the game, no matter what, or you can't start it, which seems pretty ridiculous in my opinion. I guess that's one thing that NASB has over MultiVersus. That, and there were more maps at launch for NASB, but who really cares, man? This game still has better maps than that game. The better game being MultiVersus, of course. Other than those gripes I have with the game and just a few bugs here and there, this game is incredible, man. And may I remind you that this game is only still in its beta form, and it has blown Nickelodeon All Star Brawl out the fucking water. Not only with how fun this game is, but also with how feature rich it is as well. I'm not too certain how long this game will stay relevant and how healthy the online community will be within a few months. All I know is one thing's for sure, man. This game has already outlived the Nickelodeon All Star Brawl in terms of relevancy, man. It still blows my mind that it's technically not even out yet. My guess is that they're going the same route Fortnite did. Early access, everybody can play, and then they're slowly going to release their game. I mean, their last patch was the 1.0 patch, so technically the game is out. Who knows, man? We'll see later down the line. So far, there are a bunch of leaked characters in this game. We got Rick and Morty dropping August 9th, at least Morty first, then Rick later on, apparently. And the amount of possibilities there are for characters they can add to this game are endless. But guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, families, and relatives, as it really does help the channel grow. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on MultiVersus down below. Are you playing it? Are you enjoying it? I gotta know, man. Not only that, but my next MultiVersus video will more than likely be a wish list. Now, there were some characters that were already leaked, but I'm not going to go too deep into the leaked characters. Things can always be like changed and pulled around, and I don't want to be too spoiled on the characters that they bring out, man, because whew, they can definitely whip out some heat with this game. But anyway, guys, it's been WaavvyyD, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace.